the last thing that I want to show you guys is what can you do with the Google Apps and the Google Sites and all the Google stuff. So the way that I use Google in my classroom is the first thing that you see on the screen here is my Google website. The nice thing about using the Google website is that I can plug in a lot of Google Apps. As you can see here on my opening page, I have a bunch of YouTube videos that I've prepared, and by embedding the video I can just click play right there, and the video will play and right within the website. So that's very useful for a classroom setting as well. If I wanted to pop that video out, I could simply click this button and that brings it full screen. If I click that same icon again, it brings it back to within the video. And if I wanted to open the YouTube video through the YouTube channel, I could click on the YouTube icon and there is the same video. That's one thing that you could do, and it's very easy to embed YouTube because YouTube is owned by Google. If we go to my AP Calculus class, this is a little website that I've made, and basically what I do is every day students have their assignments listed in the Google Calendar for what we do that day. As you can see, yesterday we chose to, let me click on that. We did some AP problems from the textbook. If I click on the more details, it just says AP problems from the textbook. Now normally I type a lot more information, but we really are just going over example problems for the AP exam. So here, their description of what they need to do is complete the Chapter 2 AP problems, and then I've attached a Google document that has a sequence. So if my students click on that Google document, it has what I want them to do in sequence. Now, the one thing that I've done, and this is all done in Google, so this is a Google Doc that's shared with every one of the students. Every student can access it through their lmclakers.org account. And then I have an assignment here from section 1.1, page 11, problems 47 through 53 odd, or all. And then I've also provided the solutions. That's because we're preparing for the AP exam. So if they were to click on this, it will pull up a website, and then that goes to my Google Drive, and it's all of the solutions that they need for those particular problems. So everything they need is at their fingertips there. And we do that every single day. And so let's say that a student missed April 9th, and they wanted to know what we did April 9th. If they clicked on April 9th, they would get a similar thing here. So here I assigned that they take notes on examples 1 through 8. Their homework was 1 through 55, and then I've provided some solutions on the selected problems that I've given them. The nice thing about doing Google Apps is that once I plug it into the calendar, I could send everyone in the AP Calculus group a question, and they receive it. Now, all these Google Doc attachments that I've been showing you guys, not only are they accessible in the calendar, but let's just say somebody goes, okay, I know I need to take notes. Where do I get the notes from? Well, in the website, I've created a Google Drive. If they want the notes, they could click on the notes folder. And there's 2 types of notes. I offer the PowerPoint from the publisher of the textbook. And so we're in Chapter 6. So they could go to Chapter 6 and open up those notes if they need to. And then I also do problems by hand. And those are the examples by Mr. Adams. And it's pretty easy to do. I just either with my document camera, or here's one from the Smartboard. These are just the things that I've written on the board and explained to the class, and that's basically it. So if they miss a day, or even if they want to study for a test, it's all there. The other thing that I do is whatever lecture I do on the Smartboard, I can record it. It's very time consuming, but I can record it and upload it to YouTube, and the video is available for...
We're going to talk about relative rates today.
And so, let me turn that down. So it's available for the kids to watch at any point in time. This is an older video. But basically, these two are stored in two places, one on my YouTube channel, and then I also, in the Google Drive, have a separate location for videos. And what the students can do is, if they don't remember how to do problem number 3, but they remember that I covered it in class, and they just can't remember, even though they're reading it out of their book or looking at their notes, they could watch the video to kind of refresh their minds as to what was covered in class. In addition to that, I have links for Teacherese on the website, so if they click on Teacherese, they can access Teacherese. I have links to LMC Lakers, and then I also made, for the AP Calculus, a Quizlet flashcard thing.
Ln plus E.
And so what that does is that allows them to study for tests and quizzes and vocabulary terms. For physics, I basically copied and pasted the exact same template or format. Again, you see the calendar here. If you wanted to know what we did April 10th, it looks like we watched a lecture on thermodynamics from MIT. And then we completed section 21.4. So the kids would have clicked on this, and I would have shown that in class. And then it looks like they had an assignment. They needed to do 21.1, which was listed right here. And I print these off and give them to the kids, but this is great for students that if they're absent for whatever reason, they could just look at it at any time. What else? I can't think of anything other than that. Oh, the Google Groups, of course, you already saw the Google Groups video probably by now, but just to kind of restate what you can do on the Google Groups, anybody in my physics Google group can post or submit a comment or question, and then I can reply. And the nice thing about being within the group is it automatically emails to every member in the group. So if little Johnny has a question on problem number 3 out of the textbook, he can email me, I can respond, and every student in my physics group can see the question and my response. For pre-calculus, I pretty much have done the same thing. Everything that we do every day is listed here. The only difference is that the video tutorials, I've just gone ahead. These are from the publisher of the textbook, so I've just uploaded those to the Google Drive. However, it looks just like YouTube, and it goes through and it explains this.
Hello, my name is Margaret. Today we're going to talk about counting.
And
you may think that
I usually use these as a supplemental source. I don't use them for instruction. However, they are available. So if for whatever reason, if somebody were absent on a particular day, the day that we covered 9.4, they could click on 9.4 and get the information. For my independent math class, we do things a little differently. We use another online automated thing, and their calendar looks a little different because they basically do the same thing every day. And then these are some videos that I recorded that show them how to use the online application. So this will be a video about how to use ALEKS, which is the program we use in class. Oh, I forgot I turned down the
topics.
And so anyways, it's just explaining how to use the online program that we use. Lastly, I have a page here for prayers. And that's just for days when we want to say certain prayers. So I have a YouTube video of the Chaplet of Divine Mercy. And then we also have a scriptural rosary. We don't pray, well, sometimes we pray the whole thing in class, but you can just go through a decade if you want to, and it's all online. This is actually a Google app available for the Chromebook. And then once you go into the mysteries, today the sorrowful mysteries are Tuesdays and Saturdays, go through and do one decade. And then for the next class, I could do a second decade or whatever, or even just say it once and keep track. But that's also available. And that's pretty much it. That's how I use Google Apps in my class.